about the video, and a lot of people curious as to how it came about, and is everything okay with it?
Obviously, I want to be as candid with you guys as possible. I kind of like have a thing where talk about my personal life with people I don't know personally. I'm pretty sure everybody here, men and women, are great people, but you know what I'm saying, I kind of keep my personal life personal. I had a conversation with Graves, obviously. I'm going to echo everything that he said. He told me, you know, hoping everybody making good decisions, you know what I'm saying? And I had a conversation with people in the building as well, so, you know, everything else, you know, tickets is all internal.
So I understand that it's kind of coming on us to ask who's in the bag.
Obviously, it's a conversation, you know, that's happening internal. You know what I'm saying? I can't have too much of a conversation about it, but I've been in this league 10 years. You can format the question many different ways. You know, I'm gonna obviously answer it the same way. So.
Stefon said one, did you know it was being recorded?
Once again, you can format the question many different ways. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this for 10 years. The conversation that I had with Braves and the people in the building, obviously, is going to be handled internal, you know what I'm saying, an in-house thing. So.
Do you regret it happened?
So you asked me again. I would hate.
So here's the messy truth. Stefon Diggs' ex just lit the internet on fire by leaking pages from what she claims is a contract between Stefon and Cardi B. Yeah, a straight-up relationship contract. And now, folks are losing their minds. People always whispered that their whole thing was just PR, but this takes it to a whole different planet. Allegedly, it ain't just for the cameras. Word is, Stefon's been using Cardi as a beard all along. And get this? Cardi? She's got her own sneaky game plan cooking behind the scenes. Something way juicier than just playing Stefon's cover girl. This ex just dropped receipts that are blowing their setup wide open and making it look like the fakest love story ever. It's giving calculated charade energy all over the place. But here's where it gets wilder. What's her angle? Is she just a bitter ex trying to stir up drama? Or is Offset somewhere in the shadows, pulling the strings to make all this blow up right now? Let's break it down. The ex making all this noise? That's Sky Marlene. And trust, Stefon's probably regretting the day he ever crossed paths with her. Sky's been throwing shade ever since those Cardi-Stefon rumors first started heating up. She's been hinting for a minute that she's got tea so hot it could flip this whole story upside down. At first, people just laughed it off. They called her another salty ex chasing clout after losing out on the good life. Too loud, too messy, so folks ignored her. But now, Sky's claims are shaking up everything people thought they knew about this so-called fairy tale. Sky wasn't just dropping hints, she was out here teasing that she knows deep secrets. She claimed Cardi's hiding stuff that could flip the whole public vibe on its head. Some folks leaned in, thinking she might be telling the truth. Others? They said she was capping for clout again. But get ready because this mess spiraled out of control real quick. The internet nearly broke when Sky Marlene popped up saying she had a digital copy of a legit relationship contract between Stefon Diggs and Cardi B. A contract? Can you believe that? People's jaws dropped. The first question everyone had? How in the world did she even get her hands on something that private? Well, here's how Sky tells it.
Order your like from the bottom of my shoelaces. You can't give nobody your heart anymore. You can't. You can't give it. I'm not giving it. I'm giving it. This is 2,000.
Stefon allegedly rolled up to her crib just days after he and Cardi sealed the deal on that contract. And get this, he passed out cold at her spot. While he was knocked out, she claimed she peeked into his phone, found the document, sent it to herself, and then wiped every trace like she was never there. Wild, right? So when Sky finally let it all out, Stefon was out here clueless. No idea she was sitting on receipts that could ruin his whole setup. And let's not even crack open that other drama about him maybe creeping on Cardi with his ex. That's a whole messy situation just waiting to blow up. But what really had folks talking? How was he out here allegedly cozying up at Sky's while flashing Cardi all over social media? That screams shady business. But let's circle back to that fiery contract. When Sky first dropped the tea, fans thought, Oh, just another PR stunt. Celebs playing cute for the cameras to get the headlines. But nah, Sky claimed this was way deeper. She said Cardi wasn't just in it for the PR glow-up. She was on a whole different mission. So let's break this wild claim down. Sky says Cardi is basically Stefon's beard. And if you don't know what that means, here's the deal. A beard is someone, usually a woman, who dates a man out in public to help him keep his private life on lock, especially if he ain't ready to share certain things about who he really is. And according to Sky, that's exactly the game Stefon's playing. She's out here saying she's holding a contract with both Stefon's and Cardi's names stamped on it, allegedly signed, sealed, and ready to expose. If that paper's real, this isn't some random story you can brush off as fake. This could blow up everything. Sky's not just spilling tea anymore, she's basically throwing gas on an already burning situation. And for anyone wondering how she could out Stefon like this, Sky says, don't forget. She was part of the cover-up too. She claims she used to be his public girl while he kept his private life tucked away. But now he's leveled up, linking with Cardi, a big-name star who's got enough shine to keep all the whispers buried deep. So why drag Cardi into this whole circus now? Sky says it's because Stefon's past flames, people who really know what's up, have started speaking out. Some are even accusing him of allegedly crossing serious boundaries. But that ain't even the half of it. Before we get to that messy chapter, Sky hit the internet with another bombshell. She's claiming Stefon's been out here allegedly handing over big hush money to keep some of his private partners quiet. This is spiraling out of control fast. Yeah, you heard that right. Sky's out here saying Stefon's been dropping stacks left and right just to keep people's mouths shut and make sure none of his private business sees the light of day. And it gets crazier. Sky says even back when she and Stefon were in that weird on and off situation, he had a whole monthly stash set aside just for keeping folks quiet. She straight up called it a bribery fund. Can you believe that? Allegedly, Stefon was running this secret cash operation just to protect his polished image, making sure no one spilled the real tea that could wreck everything he built. But the game changed when he signed that fat new contract. The stakes? Sky high now. Sky's claiming that once that deal hit, his old flames started coming out the woodwork, asking for bigger payouts, figuring he could easily break them off now that he's rolling in NFL money. But according to Sky, Stefon finally hit his limit. Word is, he was like, nah, I'm not about to keep paying to keep folks quiet forever. And let's talk about that massive deal. Reports say Stefon locked in a 3-year contract with the New England Patriots, worth up to $69 million, with $26 million guaranteed. That's not just money, that's legacy cash. So of course he's trying to protect the brand at all costs. But here's where it gets sticky. The world might act all progressive and open now, but let's be real. The sports world still got a long way to go. How many openly gay male athletes do you see out here dominating in leagues like football, soccer, or basketball? That pressure? It's real out here. It's rare to see openly gay male athletes dominate in sports like football, soccer, or basketball, and Sky says that's why Stefon felt the pressure. She claims he built a whole illusion to protect his career, and that's where Cardi B comes in. According to Sky, this thing with Cardi ain't about love, it's all about image. Who's gonna believe any of his past partners now when he's out here holding hands with Cardi in public? That picture alone buries the rumors. But here's where it flips. Sky says Cardi's in on it because she's got her own agenda. The contract allegedly lays out how the fake relationship helps push her upcoming album. And Sky didn't stop there. She claims Cardi and Offset never really split. She says the whole breakup was staged for promo, just to stir up buzz for streams. But Cardi waited too long to drop the album, and now the divorce hype's faded. Fans moved on, and she's trying to fire things back up before launch. Cardi's not just chasing clout, she's aiming for legacy status, ready to make this next album hit big. Cardi's debut album was a straight-up smash. It moved 255,000 units in the first week, and critics called it one of the most iconic rap albums of this generation. Every single track hit platinum or higher. That's legendary. And it didn't stop there. Invasion of Privacy made history by crushing the record for the longest charting rap album by a woman on the Billboard 200. It even outlasted The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, and folks thought that album was untouchable. So now you see why the pressure on Cardi is out of this world. People aren't just waiting for her next project. They're expecting her to blow past those numbers and make even bigger history. No wonder she's feeling the heat. Cardi knows this next album can't flop. After a debut like that, anything less would look like a fail. And let's be real, if she had dropped that album when the divorce drama with Offset was at its peak, that album would have gone #1 easy. But she waited too long. And the public? They moved on to the next messy headline. Now she's out here trying to catch up, and that's where the whole Stefon situation allegedly fits in. And honestly, it kind of makes sense. Think about it. If Cardi really left Offset because of cheating like she claimed, why would she suddenly be seen linking up with Stefon Diggs of all people? Let's not act brand new. This story's got layers. Stefon's got a rep for being messy out here. Wasn't even that long ago he was spotted on a yacht with models, holding what looked like a pink Coca-Cola. If you catch my drift. So the real question is, why would Cardi B even jump into this kind of chaos? Especially if cheating was the reason she left Offset. The math ain't mathin'. And let's be real, Sky's comments are starting to sound less random and a lot more calculated. Sky's no rookie at stirring trouble. She's been dropping bombs for weeks. Just last month, she posted throwback pics with Stefon, looking real cozy, booed up, snuggled tight, like they never really split. And sis didn't stop at pics. She brought the screenshots too. Texts between her and Stefon started making the rounds, and they told a very different story from what he's been pushing. These weren't dry convos. They had that flirty, warm vibe like two people who never really cut ties. And honestly, it made her claim about Stefon crashing at her place and her snatching that contract sound way more believable. Sky came with pure heat. She dropped this savage line. I hate when a ninja act like he wasn't just crashing out being a stalker, but I let him have social media and play my part so he can get his clout. The shade was thick, and she didn't stop there. She added, I don't post him. I be with him in real life, and we be doing it wrong. That line, that was the nail in the coffin for anybody still doubting her receipts. At this point, folks are seriously wondering, where's Cardi's guardian angel at? It's like whoever's supposed to be watching over her just bounced or gave up after everything she's been through with Offset. The emotional roller coasters, the cheating, the public mess, and that never-ending loop of breaking up and making up. Fans have been begging for her to find peace. So when Stefon Diggs popped up, people thought maybe, just maybe, this was Cardi's fresh start. A reset with a man who'd either bring some calm or at least stay out the spotlight. But wow, did we hope too soon? Because let's keep it real, Stefon's name has never been tied to a clean rep. And when those pics first hit the net, fans swore Sky was just out here chasing clout, dragging out old receipts to stir mess between Cardi and Offset. But Sky, she wasn't about to let folks clown her like she's just some bitter ex making stuff up. She came ready to keep the fire going. Sky didn't just talk, she came with receipts that couldn't be ignored. She dropped fresh proof that Stefon was still sliding into her DMs, stressing over the pics she'd already leaked. The screenshots showed Stefon sounding mad and real emotional, like he didn't expect her to actually air him out like that. In one message, Stefon wrote, Sky, I know you upset, but bro, that was a lot. Hope we can actually have a convo when you're not upset. That's giving major, trying to play it cool after getting caught slipping vibes. But Sky wasn't falling for the fake peace talk. She clapped back hard, telling him, you don't ask for me for real. You showed that from the beginning. No need to pretend. It's cool, can take one to the chin. I just hate the disrespect and dishonesty. You really did the most, and I've never done anything to you no matter how you want to spin it. Steph, good luck. This ain't even me. Phew, Sky cleared the whole room with that one. But Stefon? He didn't back down. He fired right back with, okay, get up. You gonna stop this mess? Let me know when you're ready to be an adult. That line gave big gaslight energy, for real. And from how the convo was flowing, it looked like Stefon still had feelings, and maybe even wanted to keep creeping with Sky behind Cardi's back. Like he thought he could still play both sides without getting caught. Embarrassing ain't even the word. Sky wasn't backing down at all. She hit him with, I don't like dudes that treat me like that or talk to me like that. Never have. Stop trying to switch it around on me. I peeped the game and it's all good. And then, Sky cranked up the petty. She posted a pic showing off her second phone, acting like she was flexing about double phones, double business. But we know what she was really showing. A full-on FaceTime call from Stefon. Straight proof he was still calling, still caught up. That must have been the last straw for Cardi. Right after she hopped on Instagram, dropping what sounded like a warning. Every bird's gotta fly who? Brrr. And she followed it with a video full of attitude, letting everyone know she saw the mess and wasn't letting it slide. Now social media is connecting the dots. Fans are comparing Stefon to Diddy, and not just randomly. Folks remember Diddy's messy track record, especially with women and the secrets he kept. People are starting to say Stefon's drama looks just like that, men hiding the truth while causing chaos around them. And too often, it's the women around these men who catch the storm. Now, with Stefon caught up in this fresh mess, folks are saying the vibe is looking real familiar. Let's not act brand new. Stefon's name's been tangled in drama before. Remember his messy split with ex-Mulan Hernandez, aka Mia Jones? That situation was chaos. Stefon claimed Mulan got physical during an argument and trashed some of his stuff, including a $130,000 watch and his whole gaming setup. People were already giving that relationship the side eye after that. But it didn't stop there. Stefon said Mulan tried to hit him with $1 million money play, basically accusing her of blackmail. According to him, she tried to use something personal to force his hand for that payout. And get this, Stefon claimed Mulan wasn't acting solo. He pointed at her friend Brianna Mack too, saying the two were working together, trying to squeeze him for hush money or they'd spill the tea and wreck his name in public. But Mulan wasn't staying quiet. She fired back with her side of the story, saying it wasn't blackmail at all. She accused Stefon of being the one who hurt her. She even posted medical records and a statement that started, "On June 7th, Mulan came out swinging with serious accusations. She said, 'I was struck from behind by Stefon Diggs at our shared home,' claiming the hit left her with a concussion. And when their legal teams tried to settle things in mediation months later, Mulan says Stefon flipped the script and fed the public a whole different story to save face. And now, the spiral's getting worse. Sky isn't letting up. She made it clear she's not here to be silenced. She said, 'This is clearly an attempt to try and get ahead of the truth that is to come. I will not be intimidated nor silenced. Reliving this is traumatic, especially while I'm healing. DV is something I do not wish on anyone. Everything in the dark will come to light.' That line shook the whole timeline. And if that wasn't enough, there's another wild claim flying around. Celebrity stylist Blake Grizz said Stefon allegedly made him uncomfortable, and when he didn't go along with it, he ended up getting jumped by randoms. If true, this paints Stefon in a whole different light. Now think about it. Dude went all out to lock in a fake PR relationship with one of the biggest stars out here, only for his ex to pop up with alleged contract receipts. Summer isn't even in full swing yet, and this drama's already spilling everywhere. People are now asking, was Cardi just a cover? Or is Sky out here playing her own revenge game for attention? No matter how you slice it, this is one for the gossip books. So what's the real deal here? Did Cardi B know exactly what she was walking into? Or did all this chaos hit her out of nowhere too? And what about Sky? Is she out of line, or is she just finally telling her truth for the world to hear? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this situation is messy beyond words. Smash that like button, hit subscribe for more celebrity drama that's too hot to miss, and make sure those notifications are on, because the tea's only getting hotter from here.